Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today we're going to be talking about a potential trade for the Houston Rockets, as the Houston Rockets are going to be looking to make a bunch of moves this offseason. And this is something that got me intrigued by reading something on Bleacher Report, as there was an article on Bleacher Report that said NBA trades for the worst NBA teams. And, of course, the Rockets are on that list. And the trade that they had the Rockets making was trading for Pascal Siakam of the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors are basically looking to possibly go in a rebuild. And, I think Ime Udoka, if anything, intrigued him about potentially going to the Raptors, which he said that was not a destination I really see going. I didn't see myself coaching there. If there was anything that was going to send him there, it's this guy right here, Pascal Siakam. He's just an all-around great player. Good scorer. He's not the best of a shooter. He's an all-right shooter. He's not that great. Great defensive player as well. That's something the Rockets are going to look to upgrade this offseason. If you add Pascal Siakam, I guess you're adding him in to be the 4. We're just running a route here. Let's say the Rockets get the 2nd or 3rd overall pick. Let's say the Rockets get the 2nd overall pick instead of the 1st, and they draft Scoot Henderson at 2. Then Scoot Henderson would be the 1. Jalen would be the 2. Jabari Smith Jr. would be the 3. And then coming in for the Houston Rockets would be Pascal Siakam at 4 and Sengun at the 5. And then you kind of miss out on James Harden. I guess if you trade for Siakam, you're not bringing Harden in free agency, which that is a decision you have to make. Either Pascal Siakam or James Harden. And yeah, so let's talk about the trade that would be to send Pascal Siakam to Houston. And before I say this, I don't have the Rockets giving up much as you think, just because I think that for a guy who only has 1 year on his contract left, he'll have a lot. He'll contribute a lot to the team, and there's a decent chance he'll re-sign. But you can't take the chance. It's like Dallas trading for Kyrie, but we're gonna get a full season of Siakam, unlike Dallas. And I'm not saying Siakam, if we trade for him, he'll leave, but you never know with free agents nowadays. He gets a better offer from a different team. There's a great chance he will leave next year. If you do trade for him. Now, the trade I do have sends 3 players and 4 picks to the Raptors for Pascal Siakam. Let's go over it. So, I have the Rockets sending Kevin Porter Jr. and Jayshawn Tate and Usman Garuba. So, that would be the 3 players going to the Toronto Raptors for Pascal Siakam. Then I have us giving them our first-round pick from the Clippers, which is the 19th overall pick in this year's draft. So the Raptors with KPJ, Jayshawn Tate, and Usman Garuba get the 19th overall pick in this year's draft. I have them getting two second-round picks in 2024, and then I have them getting a first-round pick in 2024 that belongs to the Brooklyn Nets. So that's what I basically have, that trade for Pascal Siakam. I don't think you're going to get away with only giving them first round. I was thinking, I think Siakam might only be worth 1 first-round pick with the players, just because he's on a 1-year contract. But maybe you make that 2024 first-round pick maybe top 3 protected or something, possibly. And then you send it to the Raptors. You're giving up quite a bit for a player who is an expiring contract. But here's the deal: he's an all-star, multiple-time all-star. He's an amazing player. I think he'd do really good with Udoka under his staff, and I think he'd do really good. Should the Rockets pull the trigger on him? I think the Rockets will have a better outpick when they know what draft pick they're going. Because if they get one, they know where they're going. They're going Wembanyama. And with Wembanyama, you kind of know, he's going to be there at the 4. And then Jabari's going to move to the 3. And then Sengun's going to be at the 5. So then you're looking for a guard in the trade market or the free agency market. So just for instance, if you get this first overall pick, you get Wembanyama. You got the front court figured out. But then you got to figure out the back court, because you got Wembanyama, and Jabari and Sengun in the back court, in the front court. But then that's where you have Jalen at the 2. You don't really have a 1. So, and yes, KPJ could be the 1, but you want a real good 1 if you're trying to be a decent squad next year. And that's where the Rockets would maybe look to trade for a Trae Young, or sign a James Harden, or sign a Fred VanVleet. That's the type of things the Rockets would be looking for. Someone in free agency like VanVleet or Harden, or trade market Trae Young. So I think the Rockets are going to be more realistic on what they're going for in free agency and the trade market once they know on Tuesday what draft pick they are going. I get a lot of questions about, what are the Rockets going to do in the offseason? Are the Rockets going to do this? What are the Rockets going to do? This, that. I don't think they know what they're going to do until they get the second overall pick, because that there is going to show them, okay, now we kind of know what position we're looking for. Because if you get Wemby at 1, then you don't really need a small forward, a power forward, or a center, because you got Jabari with Wemby and Sengun. Then that's when you're going to look for a guard. You get 2. That's where you get Scoot Henderson. You pair him with Jalen Green. Now you're kind of looking for a forward in free agency or trade market. So I think the Rockets will have more details on what they're going to possibly do this offseason once they know what draft pick they're selecting on Tuesday in the draft lottery. But if the Rockets don't get the first overall pick, I think this could be a great trade for them. And it's a little bit of high. In my opinion, I think it's a little bit of high value just because he has 1 year on his contract. But I think there's a great chance Siakam will re-sign with the Rockets. I really do. But yeah, we'll see what happens though. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy them, my thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.